Hi chap, this is just sort of a video to show setting up the Boro mod. So if you're going to use a CEO or any tank that's got sort of a flat bottom design like this, as opposed to the legs on a normal Boro tank, then it's just a case of popping it in. Make sure that that screw underneath is protruding, so just wind it out, pop the tank in, and then there's two, I made two adapter pieces. There's this one and this one. So this is the one you use with things like this, and it's got airflow slot on the side, you know, for tanks that need it, not the CEO because it comes from the front, so it doesn't matter. And just slot that in, push it all the way in. I won't push it in, actually I will, there you go. And then just do up the screw. Well, what I'll do is I'll take this bit out so you can see what happens when you tighten up the screw. I just poggle it. It's a little bit fiddly to get it out, but there we go. So this top brass section here is what makes the contact on the top of the tank, which is technically the negative of the deck, and then you've got the 510 centre pin, which is the positive. So when you screw in this screw, you can see it comes through, and then it makes contact, see, with the 510 pin. So just do that up till it stops, and just give it a reasonable sort of nip up. What that does is pushes the whole thing up and makes that top contact secure, and obviously it's a secure contact then. And then you can slide in your trim piece has to go in first, but I just did it that way so you could see the contact there. I'll show you it with the other tank, sort of the more conventional Boro style tanks. So undo the screw all the way, otherwise you won't get it out. So same principle, pop your tank in, slide it up, and do up the screw. But before you do, you're going to slot in this piece here. Again, it's a bit tight, but that goes in there, and obviously you've got your side airflow there. It's, like I say, it's this is a what's the word? It's one of the SXK Boro tanks, so it's not a genuine one. It's actually, when you compare it to genuine Boro ones, it's actually slightly different in size. So the mod is based around this, which is genuine, obviously, as opposed to basing it around this, which isn't. So theoretically, if this works, then most other stuff would. Ideally, I mean, I designed it really for this, just because it's sort of the newest on the market, and I thought it would be a quite popular thing to see that in a custom Stabwood mod. But obviously you're spoilt for choice with Boro devices, and not all of them have conventional legs. Some of them are solid across, some are, you know, there's all sorts. So I mean, it might be a case of, if you've got something, I might have to make up another trim section, but you know, if that's the case, you can always send the mod back with your tank and we could make one up or something like that. But I'd say it's kind of a sort of a prototype, so Yeah, you know, the reason I use brass on all the contacts is for conductivity, because Dicode's chipsets, both the FL80 and the BF60, are very voltage sensitive. You need the best contacts you can get, and you need really good batteries like VTC4s, VTC5As, anything else, and they're really not happy. They just don't, they show up any kind of voltage weakness. So you can help, like say, help matters with Dicodes by using really good batteries, having really good contacts, cleaning your contacts regularly, and also not building silly low ohm coils, because that will show up a weakness in any kind of electrical circuit. So but it's just a Dicodes thing. They're always like that. Even their own mods that they make, the Danny and things like that, they're exactly the same, very voltage sensitive. So that's why I use brass. Plus it looks cool against this wood. The insides of this section here has been CA coated, so obviously because you'll get some e-liquid vapour sort of come through there. So that's been CA coated to try and sort of seal it and stop sort of any, you know, sort of, what's the word? Not corrosion. I don't know, can't think of the word. But that's, like I say, CA protected in there, and inside here has got a very thin CA, but then it's also got Renaissance wax, 3 coats in there. Same with the external. I would advise, you know, re-waxing inside here and on the outside at least once a week if you're using it quite regularly. So hopefully that helps. Any questions and any problems, I'm always here to help, so just let me know. Cheers, bye.